Good morning, sisters. This one is for Rachel. This is absolutely just a quick video on the fly. I was actually just ran out of the house to go grab a couple things at Trader Joe's before Julie comes over. And I was having this thought that I wanted to share because I love it. I've never thought of it this way. Just last week, I was introduced to this guy named Evan Carmichael. He has like 2 million YouTube subscribers. I didn't know who he was. I met him through Garrett Gunderson and went to see him speak in Salt Lake City. And I love that I didn't know who he was because I just had a new input, got to have a kind of a raw impression of him. And at first I didn't know what to make of him because he was definitely like unique and a little bit odd. And by the end of his presentation and talking, I was with him for like 3 hours. The reason I fell in love with him is he's a self-proclaimed weird duck, and he would tell all these things. Oh yeah, but that's just my weird duck thing. He doesn't have a cell phone number because he doesn't like anybody to be a demand for his time. And he's like, oh yeah, but that's just one of my weird duck things. And I loved how he just owned his weirdness, which I call your uniqueness. And he, like, when he puts it, oh, that's just my weird thing that I do over here. You couldn't argue it. And then when it's over here, like over here, you get to observe it for yourself without kind of judgment. And it's like, oh. And then this morning I was kind of thinking about being a leader and when we are going to stand out, we have to be willing to be a weird duck. Because I was actually thinking about some of the things that, where I might hesitate or I do this and that might seem weird. And I think that, I call that your uniqueness. I was actually thinking maybe even your unicorny-ness is what the term I came up with this morning. Like we have to, it's what we were talking about earlier, that you don't try to fit in, know that you belong. And the more value I think that we can add and bring to the world is when we actually don't try to fit in at all and embrace our weird duckness, our unicorny-ness, or the things that nobody else does that maybe we hold back. I know that I used to do that. Like I'd get a hit, an idea for somebody, and I'd want to text them, and I'm like, oh, don't want them to think I'm imposing this. And I have this commitment to myself to just not hold back on that stuff anymore. And I think I want to start collecting a lot of my unicorny-ness or weird duckness or whatever. I want to start collecting more of it and enhancing it and exaggerating it. That's what I saw this Evan Carmichael do, and it's so valuable to the world. He, 2 million YouTube subscribers, and he helps entrepreneurs. That's a lot of people he's making a positive impact for with his weird duckness. So go be weird ducks, unicornies, whatever your weirdness is. Purple goddess, or whatever your things are, go be it bold. Love you guys. Bye.